Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Taking a quick look here again at Avalanche. We're going to take a peek at the liquidation data and just kind of see what's going on with this coin. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, thanks again for watching. If you've been watching for a while, thank you so much for all the likes, the follows, the just the wonderful feedback in the comments. Obviously, make sure if you could please help us like this video so we can get some of you, so some people can discover the channel. I guess that's the bottom line there. Try to help out, of course. And we talked about earlier the potential of the price action pulling back to this 0.5 Fibonacci level and bouncing. Right now, we're tentatively doing that. We haven't seen any bounce just yet, but there's potential for that. And I'll talk about that on smaller time frames once we identify the back-end data here first. And just to note, recently we saw some massive shorts. This is, again, what happens when too many shorts go too hard with too high a leverage. $21.65. Some of those folks got wiped out really hard. And again, that's just a target for you, or sorry, for the whales rather. You become a target if you consider taking a high leverage position at a specific price point that is filled with a lot of other people doing the same thing. Okay, again, it's not easy to see on the charts, obviously, so sometimes people don't know this. I don't fault you for that, but generally speaking, high leverage, I would say, is a problem, and you probably want to minimize that if possible. Suffice to say, we got good $20.23 as the long side liquidation range, and $23 for the next short range for that. Those aren't heavy concentrations, though. Again, a lot of shorts got a little wiped out there, probably a little hesitant to short now, which makes sense. You get gun shy when this happens. Now, the reason why that's all relevant is because the upper level has been swept. It would make sense for the price to come back and sweep lower levels. We talked earlier about the fair value gap right here being a prime target. We've come down about halfway. Oftentimes, fair value gaps get filled partially and then potentially later. So we could very well see the price do one of these, where the price action creates a lower high and then another lower low. So we could very well see, a type of Elliott Wave ABC pattern. But generally speaking, with us sweeping that lower level of fair value and previously sweeping the upper level of liquidity, we're in a situation where we don't have a ton of resistance and or support based on liquidation. What we do have, though, is this 0.5 Fibonacci breaking through that. That's the new support level. We can presume $21.75 is a very close approximate, is that supporting zone. And again, main reason why, previous resistance, the price could not surpass that level for quite some time. So we could see, again, as low as $21.50 even so, and then the price action continuing higher from there. Now, again, we have this trend line concurrent with the 20-day SMA and the 50, as well as the 100, trying to kind of average itself out, so we're on the right side of the tracks here. Another reason not to short into this coin. Furthermore, too, on the daily, if I recall correctly, we are maintaining above the 20-day simple moving average, which we are right there. So that's a nice trend line. Okay, so again, we're holding strong in all fronts until we break below specific levels like that. We have no reason to consider taking a trade to the downside. Again, this doesn't necessarily mean just because you don't want to short means you have to go long. Okay. There's places where you consider not trading at all, period, okay? Again, patience pays off. Speaking of patience, look at what our scalping bot is doing here. We got a nice Ethereum 13%, AVAX 21, AVAX 30, Ethereum 14%, AVAX 13. The list goes on with our day trading bot. That's a scalping bot that I have in my Premium Plus group. We also took some profits from Dogecoin as well from yesterday's trade, but generally speaking, we've been just scalping the heck out of Avalanche, and it's really nice to be able to have that. In fact, our bot is technically opening or had opened a short trade a few hours ago, so we are on our way to that profit target as well. But how much lower is it going to go? So truth is, nobody truly knows, but these factors here let us understand that we are starting to lose momentum. So as this oscillator continues to decrease, we can expect the price action to start, continue to pull back. Same thing here with the RSI. Stochastic is swinging divergently for the second time. If you watch my videos, you'll know that's always a sign to watch for, as that will tell us that bearish qualities are extremely prevalent. Okay, in other words, when you see the price action swing up twice in the bottom, you can expect a bullish uptrend. This is one of those situations where we're expecting the price to pull back. Again, not like a massive pullback. I'm not saying the price is going to dump and continue to drop lower, but you got to recognize we're overextended leading into Bitcoin's overextension. And that doesn't help at all. I mean, you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is still moving up, at least, to test that 39,000 range, and Avalanche was already topped out before that happened. Okay, so the fact that Avalanche is pulling back and Bitcoin is stabilizing, that leads me to believe that the Bitcoin dominance scenario is a little bit off. In other words, we have a high amount of Bitcoin dominance, right? And the price of Bitcoin is high. So what does that mean for altcoins? Well, that pretty much implies that alts go down. Okay, so I can expect some altcoins to bleed out this weekend. this could imply that Avalanche is due for a further correction. So again, keep your head on a swivel. Try not to just presume that the 0.5 level on Fibonacci is going to bounce. But we are above 50 on the RSI, and those are positive contributing factors. Taking a look at the hourly, this would be basically the factor I look for to ensure we're on the right side of the tracks here. First of all, let's go ahead and get rid of this previous little dropper there. We can see we're at a 9 on TD sequential. So logic would tell you that we're overextended to the downside, and the price either will consolidate and go lower, or it'll consolidate and continue upwards. Obviously, it could still go sideways for some time, but generally speaking, this being a weekend, Bitcoin kind of ramping up into the weekend, we're probably going to see an up or a down. We shouldn't go sideways for Avalanche. A lot of it depends on Bitcoin, which is why I don't like trading these conditions, honestly. When Bitcoin starts ramping up, I usually prefer to lean a little bit more towards shorting. But when it comes to Ichimoku Cloud here, I was talking about this earlier, we only had a few hours left and we're almost there. You should have taken profits on your long position by now. And I know, as soon as you take your profits, the price is going to go up, right? That's how trading works, though. It's literally the opposite of what you think is going to work. In fact, we had a conversation about that earlier today or yesterday about doing the exact opposite of what you think is logical in trading, and your beef's more successful. Because almost every time you like, okay, this and this makes sense, and then it goes the opposite way. It's like, what the heck, this is so stupid. Anyways, we're above the cloud. This is a positive sign. The cloud is averaging itself out at 0.5 here, so 21.77. It's best to presume that the price action will maintain that level, right? Because again, trend lines hold until they don't. Support levels, such as Fibonacci, they also hold until they don't as well. So until this level drops, we can presume it's going to hold. But again, this is letting us know that we shouldn't be taking a trade right now, because this window of opportunity is closing. Okay, so in other words, take profits if you haven't already. A good strategy for profits, I get this question a lot. Take over 50% in your first target, so maybe 60, 70, 80%, and then adjust your stop loss to break even where you got in. That way, if the price pulls back, you still walk away profitable. Okay. Again, different strategies, of course, but those are all things we work on and talk about in our community. So jumping over to our Discord, we got a really cool group of folks here. And I really love the sense of humor we all have. So I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks again for watching. Oh, be sure to jump on over to our Bitunix as well exchange. I have a link down below for this. No KYC, no VPN, phenomenal exchange. Use my link to register, you get some significant bonus. And they also have trailing stop losses and some really unique features that no other exchanges have. So I'm just super, super sold on Bitunix. They treat my community very well, and I'm super thankful. Thank you very much. Thank you as well for liking the video and having a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.